As businesses embrace circular practices, new business models emerge. They require a comprehensive approach to managing risks. Transitioning to a circular economy involves engaging stakeholders throughout an industry value chain, making it essential to assess risk exposure from a fresh perspective. Linear models bear risks on their own, and these risks are increasingly evident throughout climate change and resource crisis. Although linear models have been around for longer than circular models and have proven track records that provide better financial predictability for taking on new risks, the negative impact they create is too high for the planet and the society to sustain. Risk assessment helps determine whether a company has mitigated specific risks or increased the firm's exposure by adopting the circular practices. Different business models bear different risk profiles. It is crucial to understand how the circular practices impact businesses from a value chain perspective. These profiles depend on whether circular innovation is introduced at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the value chain. Effective risk management follows a clearly defined methodology, enabling individuals and teams to identify and understand potential risks that could impact their organization both day to day and in the long term. Organizations must evaluate the extent to which risks may affect them and develop strategies to respond when they materialize. Circular innovation model is the type that evolves at the beginning of the value chain. While it is widely recognized that up to 80% of products' environmental impacts are determined at the design phase, the shift to circular models introduces various types of risks tied to consumer preferences, technological performance, and operational challenges. To mitigate these risks, businesses focus on several key areas. Consumer skepticism about remanufactured or recycled products can be addressed through education and communication efforts to shift perceptions and increase the acceptance. Technological uncertainties, such as the lack of performance data, can be mitigated by collaborating with policymakers, investors, and other stakeholders to gather necessary data and support scaling efforts. Operationally, businesses face cash flow pressures and uncertainties related to changes in supply and volatility of input prices. Mitigating these risks involves balancing short-term margins with long-term stability, ensuring that businesses can sustain their operations while transitioning to circular business models. In the scope of circular use models, the control of materials is retained thanks to two main approaches. First, the product-service system model, where services replace product ownership, for example, leasing washing machines for a monthly fee, and second, the sell and buyback model, where ownership temporarily passes to consumers and then returns to producers. These models extend product life cycles to maintenance, repair, and optimal use while reducing waste. Uncertainties incurred in the circular use models are mostly associated with the increasing efficiency of use, maintenance, and reuse of products and components. Consumer acceptance for products and services based on life extension and reuse of products can be improved through education and communication efforts to shift perceptions and increase trust in remanufactured or recycled products. Furthermore, managing and mitigating risks related to second-hand market requires strategic planning and market analysis to ensure stability and growth. Often, the lack of an established legal framework can make these models less appealing because they increase the uncertainties related to potentially unstable long-term relationships with clients. Circular output models focus on supplying markets with recycled products or components, capturing value of the product after the use. While these models face fewer financial risks than other circular approaches, they heavily depend on adequate recycling infrastructure. To mitigate risks associated with high investments needed for recycling facilities or their shortage, policymakers and industries must collaborate to address scale issues and improve recycling systems. Risk mitigation in circular output models involves developing robust recycling infrastructure to manage materials like plastics. This collaboration ensures that the necessary facilities are in place to support the recycling process, reducing uncertainties and enhancing the stability of these models. Effective risk mitigation involves addressing the environmental and societal impact of linear models and transitioning to circular practices that reduce these risks. As it emerges from several examples, effective collaboration of all stakeholders is necessary to achieve systemic change and to ensure the success of the circular economy.